Hey, Sean Chandler here. I'm doing my live reaction just after watching the latest episode of The Flash. This will be spoiler filled. If you haven't watched the episode yet, I do not recommend watching this video because I'm going to talk very specifically about plot points and most importantly, the biggest plot point and reveal of the season, which would be the identity of Savitar, which it revealed to be, like I said, if you haven't watched the episode, stop watching, but it's Barry Allen. And I gotta say this, that was my theory going into this. Not going into this episode, but and when people had videos and threads discussing who they thought it was, that was my kind of reigning theory as to what was going on. Sorry I moved there. My connection isn't good, so I tried to get close to where internet's better in my house. But that was my theory as to who it was for the primary reason of they have to come up with some way to top what they've done before and do some twist reveal that's so shocking after kind of what we've already done of his mentor's the bad guy. We've already seen that it turns out his dad is the man in the mask, so we got to find some new way to out-twist what we've done before. And what do you have left there? You've got Barry Allen is the bad guy, is kind of your last thing to top what they've done before. And that's what you see here. What do I think about it? I don't know. We'll have to see where it goes. There's a lot of potential for it to be a horrible twist, and there's a lot of potential for it to be a very cool twist. They're going to have to sell me on it with where they go with it. But overall, let's talk about the episode itself. I really liked this episode. I just thought maybe one of the stronger episodes of the season just because it seemed to be like a lot tighter in certain ways than they've been before. In certain episodes, it seems like too many plot points, too many directions, where this one, I really liked what they did with this scientist character, with a relationship with Wells, where they're getting along, and I liked all of that quite a bit. I thought that worked really nicely. I thought the rapport between them worked nicely. The episode had a very clear objective for our heroes to connect with the scientist, as well as Savitar and his goons trying to stop them from getting with the scientist. So all of that works out really nicely. There's some cool actual superhero villain, supervillain stuff in there. I liked all of that stuff. So overall, I thought this was a very strong episode. And then, of course, you top it off with finally giving a big reveal that we want, big reveal we've been waiting for that leads into the final few episodes of the season. All that worked really nicely. I liked what they were doing with this episode. All very strong stuff. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. If I were to talk about some negatives with it, the only thing that really comes to mind is the special effects with the Flash Frost fight. Obviously it's a CW TV show. They don't have the budget of a big budget movie, and therefore it looks like cheap CGI. And the show has a good bit of that. Doesn't bother me too much, but you got to call it like it is, and the CGI in that was not necessarily the best. But yeah, overall, very good episode. But as for that twist, we've been waiting to know who it is. We finally find out it is Barry. And you just got to go wonder, where are they going with this is what, of course, is going through our heads. What is the explanation for how you get Barry to turn into that? And that's where I get really curious as to what are these episodes going to be? What are they going to explain? How that's where Barry changed so much? Is it that the event itself and the things that happen in his life just make him so cynical that he turns evil? Do they go in a direction to where something happens to him? There's some mind control or something going on? That is the question that has got to be going through all of our minds right now. What makes Barry go so far in the evil direction that, of course, he changes the timeline, kills people, and uses his speed force to hurt everyone that he really cares about, including himself? So, all in all, they obviously kind of, I can't say they pulled the rug out from underneath me because this is kind of where I was thinking he was going, but at the same time, I was going, how are they going to do this? How are they going to pull it off? And we still don't know. Still don't know where this is going, so it's tough to say whether they pull it off or not. Anyway, we got a number of you guys watching. What did you think about the twist, and what did you guys think about the episode? If you want to chime in a little bit, I'll try and interact back and forth with the people watching live right now. If anyone has one thing you want to chime in on. But overall, for the season as a whole, I've had some problems with it because they did Flashpoint, but they only went to Flashpoint for one episode, and then we come back and they don't do enough with it to if you're going to do Flashpoint, and don't just go there for one episode and have it undone in a single episode. So for the season, I've been kind of frustrated with that, as well as because of the elements of the other shows, the time travel of this universe that they've created here seems a little bit the rules of it are very uneven, and so it's a little bit unclear as to what does what, and so that kind of frustrates me with the show. But they kept the entertainment level up, and then you still have very good, solid episodes like this that I very much appreciate and enjoy. And I'm wondering if there's some way in which the time travel itself is what kind of factors in. It is the element that ends up shifting, changing Barry in some sort of way because of the time travel, because the timeline gets shattered. If that's something that creates changes within him as different people have changed in different ways. I'm wondering if that's where this is going to go. But overall, very solid episode. Big twist. This show does big twists like this, have a couple reveals every single season. We finally got that episode. It was certainly a big twist, certainly an enjoyable twist. I don't see anyone chiming in. If you have any thoughts real quick, go ahead and throw them in. Otherwise, I'm going to come to a close. But yeah, this season is turning out solid. Not as solid as the last two seasons, in my opinion, but a very solid season, and they've set up big stakes, big mysteries, big reveals going into these last few episodes. So I'm very interested to see where this goes, how it turns out, because, man, very interesting. Got several people. Suddenly the comments just started shooting. I'm trying to read them. Sorry about that. We got Mike McRock saying he enjoyed it a great deal. Tavia saying, I'm still confused about this reveal. I think we're all a little bit shocked and thrown off by it because we don't know where it's going. But there's so much, when you have, when you do something like this, please give, someone just said, please give me time. I don't know what you're saying right now. Someone said the reveal could have been done better. I'd kind of agree with that because the episode itself was built somewhat around the basic idea of what was kind of going on with sorry, lost my train of thought because suddenly all the comments came in. I was trying to read something. Someone said it kind of got spoiled with all the theory videos, and I'd agree with that because of the nature of videos like this that I'm trying to do right now. No, actually, this isn't a theory video, so I wouldn't say that. But all the discussion going on, there's only a handful of people it could be that it would be a good reveal that would be interesting, and therefore, as you're watching it, you kind of can put the pieces together that there's some possibilities of who it could have been. They actually had me going there for a little bit that I was thinking it could have been Weird Wells was going to be it with some of the stuff where he's talking to the scientist lady and she's like revealing stuff and then Wells goes, oh, this could change my future. And I was wondering if that was going to be the thing that kind of changes things up. And as it turns out, that's not what happened. Yeah, someone keeps asking what time does the Flash play on live TV. For me, it played an hour ago. I started this video right after it ended, so I don't know what time it starts in your time zone because I don't know what time zone you are in. So all in all, other people throwing things. I hope it's Barry from a future and an alternate timeline. I'm wondering if it even can be a different timeline because what they've done with this episode is that they've established he knows everything Barry knows because it's Barry who did all of this stuff. Jess Hernandez says, who did I think it was? I said at the very beginning of this episode that I actually did think it was going to be Barry, and it turned out it was Barry. I don't put any theory videos out actually stating that, but I think if you read some comment sections on other people's theories videos, that's kind of was my theory is going to be Barry for the simple fact of the matter of how do you top the reveal that it's one of his buddies? How do you reveal the twist that the guy in the mask was his the other version of Earth of his dad? How do you top all that? You make Barry the big reveal. That's what they did here. That's what we got. So it turned out that's kind of what I was expecting because that's the only thing they could have done to top it. Oh, sorry, I couldn't catch what some people said there. Some people throwing out some ideas. So what timeline is from Barry from? Some other things I'm not quite sure. Actually can't. Yeah, lots of lively discussion going on that I can't quite follow because there's too many people saying stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's been fun. I can't track along with everything you're saying, and I don't have enough things to keep going. But thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed this episode. Good twist, solid elements that tied into it as a standalone episode, as well as making for a very solid part of the major was a reveal. The reveal probably could have been done a little bit better, but I did enjoy it. And it was what I was kind of expecting, but at the same time, it's still kind of going, where is this going? I have no idea. Hopefully tomorrow night I'll be chiming in to talk about what's going on with Arrow, do my review reaction to that. As for this episode, I've been enjoying, The Flash, I've been enjoying it a little bit more than Arrow. Tomorrow, I will be talking a good bit about who it is. Reloads just asked, who is Savitar? Well, you got to watch the episode. I will review and watch this episode and find out. I'm not want to actively spoil it for you, but being that spoilers was in the title of this video, there you go. That's kind of what you got going on there. Anyway, all that said, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I do plan on kind of doing these reactions after all the episodes for the rest of the season, as well as for Arrow as it plays along. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So if you want to chime in on all that, click that subscribe button so you can ride along for this adventure as we talk about it. And thank you guys for watching.